Hey guys, it's Bex. Welcome back to another video. And as we are nearing the end of September, we need to do our TBR jar for October. So that is what we're going to be doing today. I really hope that these videos don't get repetitive or boring for you. I know that most of the time I have the same books on my TBR, but I have been really good about reading my physical TBR books over like Kindle books or audiobooks that I don't own. So it is dwindling slowly, which is good because then we can buy more books. But before we start, like usual, I'm going to quickly go over how I did the previous month. So September on my TBR that the jar chose for me. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I usually forget, but I believe we had 7 books. I did have a DNF off of my September TBR, but other than that, I think I read every book. Is that true? Am I making that up? I'll put it on the screen like usual for you guys because that seems surprising for some reason. I don't know. But regardless, we did really good. And then second, before we start with picking our prompts, I just want to quickly tell you guys about the first book that is going on our October TBR from my physical TBR wheel that I spun. And that is this book right here, Cursed by Marissa Meyer. I was very happy that it spun this book because I was really wanting and needing to get to it this fall because I have now had it on my fall TBR 2 years in a row. This is the second book in the Gilded Duology by Marissa Meyer. I really enjoyed the first book, Gilded. I rated it 4 stars, I believe. This is a young adult fantasy with subplot of romance about this girl, Cyrilda, who has a talent for spinning spellbinding stories. And because of this, she catches the attention of the wicked Earl King, who lives in like this kind of haunted gothic castle. And in order for Cyrilda to live, he orders her to spin straw into gold, and he believes that she can do it because of a story that she spun for him. And right when she is basically about to give up and accept her fate, she unwittingly summons this mysterious boy to her aid, and he agrees to help her for a price. So yeah, really excited about this one. This is the first book that is going on our October TBR, and that is the only book that we are going to be putting on the TBR that isn't from the jar. I have already read our book club book for this month, which is Frankenstein, so I'm just going to be skipping it this month, and instead I can hopefully get to some other books on my physical TBR. So I think I'm still going to choose 5, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see like the size of the books I'm getting and stuff like that before we fully make up our mind on that. But with that being said, we're going to pick our first prompt. Book with the most reviews on Goodreads. Ooh, I was just about to say I have to go on my phone to do that, but actually I have my laptop right here, so I can use this and go on Goodreads on here. Perfect. Physical TBR with the most reviews, most ratings, whatever. Wow. Okay. It is actually The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I'm surprised. I don't know why. I guess just over some of the other books I have on here, like It or A Game of Thrones, but nope. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid has almost 4 million, 3,919,000 reviews, ratings technically. I absolutely love Taylor Jenkins Reid's books. I've still only read 3 of them, but they were all 4 stars and above, one being 5 stars. So I have high hopes. I have 2 of her books on my physical TBR. I also have Atmosphere, which I probably am more excited to read than this one, but I really think I'm going to love this too. This is a historical fiction mostly, I think. Let's see. It is about a reclusive Hollywood icon, Evelyn Hugo, who is finally ready to tell the truth about her glamorous and scandalous life. But when she chooses unknown magazine reporter Monique to write her story, no one is more astounded than Monique herself. Evelyn unspools a tale of ruthless ambition, unexpected friendship, and a great forbidden love. But as Evelyn's story nears its conclusion, it becomes clear that her life intersects with Monique's own in tragic and irreversible ways. Oh, okay. Very interesting. And so we have like old Hollywood. It sounds really good. I love kind of the trope, I guess you can call it, of reading about a famous person and like their life story and drama and stuff like that, which is mostly what her books are that I've read. So really excited about this one. That is the second book going on our October TBR. All right, what a way to start. I guess if it has a lot of ratings, it's probably really good. No, maybe not. Second prompt. Random number generator chooses. Okay, this is fun, and I also need my laptop for it, which is perfect because I have it right here. So basically, I wrote this just to mean that I go to a random number generator online, and whatever number from 1 to however many books I have in my physical TBR, it'll generate a random number, and that's the one I have to put on my TBR. So I'm a little nervous.
Random number generator, and I have to count how many books. Okay, so not including these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
26. All right, we're just going to use the Google one that comes up first. 1 through 26. Can you see this? Hopefully you can. Generate 13. Ooh, I don't know which one that is, but it's probably on the shelf, which is good because these two shelves are my most anticipated reads, I guess you could say. So 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. Did I just skip 12? Hold on. 10, 12, 13. Yes, I did. I was so excited to get Sorcery of Thorns that I skipped the number 12. So actually, we landed on Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco, which I'm also excited about. Not as much, but still. And this is also, I think, going to be good for the fall because of pretty much everything about it. The title, the cover, and the synopsis. I can't exactly remember, but I'm pretty sure. Let me just read it. It's not that long. 2 sisters, 1 brutal murder, a quest for vengeance that will unleash hell itself, and an intoxicating romance. Amelia and her twin sister Vittoria are Strege, witches who live secretly among humans, avoiding notice and persecution. One night, Vittoria misses dinner service at the family's renowned restaurant in Sicily. Amelia soon finds the body of her beloved twin, desecrated beyond belief. Devastated, Amelia sets out to find her sister's killer and to seek vengeance at any cost, even if it means using dark magic that's been long forbidden. Ooh, I love forbidden magic. Then Amelia meets Wrath, one of the wicked, who are princes of hell. She has been warned against in tales since she was a child. Wrath claims to be on Amelia's side, tasked by his master with solving a series of women's murders on the island. But when it comes to the wicked, nothing is as it seems. It is the first book in a series. I think there's maybe like 4 books, something like that. I got this in a blind date with a book. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm not excited to read it. I just don't know if and when I would have picked it up myself. And I've heard kind of mixed things about it, but we're not going to let that sway our opinion on it. And we'll just have to see for ourselves. So adding this one to the TBR. Okay, author who is not from the United States. Off the top of my head, I know that Frederick Bachman is not. Do I know of any others? Tahira Mafi, is she? I would have to look it up. I honestly don't know on a lot of these. Let me also, just so I don't forget, see the options I have on here. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna start Googling. How about Jason Rekulak, who wrote Hidden Pictures? Dang it. He's born in New Jersey. Okay. What about Charlotte McConaughey, who wrote Wild Dark Shore? She might not be from America. I knew it. I guess I don't know why I knew it. I think because her book takes place not in America, so. But she is from Australia, and the reason I am leaning kind of towards that one is because I have it on hold through my library, the ebook. So that would be read on my Kindle. And I think I have it coming to me in like a week or something like that. We are going to go with Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey, I think is how you say her last name. I'm really excited about this. I believe it's about this family who live on this really remote island off the coast of Antarctica. And they are like the caretakers of kind of this island and this seed bank. And they live in like a climate ravaged world. So this seed bank is like very important. And all of a sudden one day this woman washes up on shore and kind of disrupts everything. So it's kind of like a mystery lit fic thriller, and it's also in my fall TBR, so I'm really excited about that one. This is just the sample because I don't have the ebook through my library yet, but I'm very excited about that one because I needed to read it anyway, because I've had it on hold from my library for a couple of months now, and I keep like making it skip me because I'm not ready to read it. So hopefully now will be the time I read it. And I think that's another fairly short-ish book, so we will see what else we get. Book with more than 300,000 ratings on Goodreads. Guess what? I have to use my laptop again. This is nice that I have it here. Okay, so physical TBR. We have a lot more options though, obviously, than just my most rated book, because quite a few books I own are pretty popular. We have the last 2 books in the Chronicles of Narnia series, which I have on my bookshelf up there so you can't see them. And then we have Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. But do I want 2 Taylor Jenkins Reid books on one TBR? Probably not. We have Scythe, Fairtown, which is somewhere, oh, down here. The Game of Thrones. Ooh. We also have It by Stephen King. And another one that I might be interested in reading is the second book in the Folk of the Air trilogy by Holly Black, which is The Wicked King. I think I'm honestly gonna go with It by Stephen King. It's very intimidating. It's huge. It is 1,150 pages, so very, very long. I was already kind of planning on reading it in October anyway, but this just is going to prioritize it for me and make sure I actually read it. And I think I'm gonna kind of go back and forth between the physical and the audiobook, and me and my mom are going on a road trip in October, and I asked her if she'd be willing to listen to the audiobook with me, and I'll probably bring it with me as well and read it physically while I'm there. So that's kind of the plan. So this actually works out. I'm really excited. I think this will be my 5th full-length novel by Stephen King, and I also read a novella by him, and I'm really liking all of his books. He's a great writer. This, if you don't know, is a horror about a clown and this group of kids slash adults, past and present timeline from when they're kids and when they're adults, trying to abolish this clown because it is haunting this town that they live in. I know the story pretty well. I mean, I've seen all of the adaptations that are out so far, I believe, but I've never read the book, so really excited to finally read this chunker. So we probably only will pick one more because that one is very large. So last prompt is one with over 450 pages. Cool. Right after we choose a huge one. What am I in the mood for? I'm pretty sure that Fury Song by Rosaria Munda is around 450 pages, and I do really want to read that. Let's check, because I was gonna say I also want to maybe pick another fall book, but I also don't really want to get burnt out on them, and I do have quite a few already on this month's TBR. 482. Should we just go with this one, or because I'm like 99% sure that this one doesn't, but I really want to read this one too. Wait, no way. 453 pages. I know I just said that I don't want to get burnt out on fall books, but will I actually? I definitely have some different kind of vibes of fall books on my TBR, because I have a horror, I have like a romantasy, fantasy, and then Wild Dark Shore is like a mystery thriller. Okay, I think I am gonna go with Sorcery of Thorns just because I literally cannot go another year without reading this. It's been on my cart for so long. So I think we're gonna go with this one, which is a standalone young adult fantasy with some romance, I believe, as well. And basically we have this girl, I think her name is Elizabeth. Yes, Elizabeth is a foundling, whatever that means, in one of Ostermere's great libraries. She's grown up among magical grimoires that rattle beneath iron chains, capable of transforming into grotesque monsters. And then I think she is like accused of releasing one of the grimoires that turns into a monster. So she kind of has to join forces with her sworn enemy, Nathaniel, who is a sorcerer, to get out of it. Something like that. Sounds really good. I've heard good things, and I just absolutely need to read this book. So this is going to be the last book we had to our October TBR. Okay, so we have 6 books. As a recap, we have Wild Dark Shore on my Kindle by Charlotte McConaughey, Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins friends read It by Stephen King, Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson, and Cursed by Marissa Meyer. I'm honestly so excited about this stack of books. Hopefully I can get these all read, especially because of this darn book, but I think we should be able to do it, especially if I use the audiobook to assist me with that one. Let me know if you guys have read any of these books, what your thoughts were, and what books are on your October TBR or that you are just looking forward to reading this fall season. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!